to open it up. Not much to look at, but it does exist. Click copy URL to clipboard. URL is Uniform Resource Locator, just a fancy name for web address. Now I'm going to click up here to make sure we did copy it correctly. Control Victor, paste. See where it says AAF report, and hit enter, and we know that it's working. So I'm going to close that. We're going to go back to the confirmation success page or the download page. I'm going to click. We've already got that clicked. So what I'm going to do for the URL, Control Victor, I'm going to paste in the URL that points to that free report. Okay, so easy once you know how. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the image. We're going to make it clickable. We're going to click link, and we're just going to paste it in. Control Victor. Hit the apply button, and then you're going to click out here. Now this is clickable and this is clickable. I'm going to save the draft because I like to save the draft before I publish it. Now I'm going to click publish and click publish again. And then down here, I'm just going to click view. All right. Once again, we have the sidebar and we need to get rid of that. If you click here, you can see that it's clickable, and we'll see that when we test it at the end. So let's just go up here, edit the page. And once again, you want to keep everybody focused on just downloading the product, not on things in the sidebar. No sidebars. Click update, click view page, and bing to bang to the boom. Once again, I click here. We get the free report, quite nice. Okay, now let's get our bearings. I'm going to open this up, expand it again. So what we've done is we've created the opt-in page. We have not put the opt-in form in it yet, but we've created that page on WordPress. We've created the thank you page, step 2. We've created the confirmation success or download page, which is step 4. Now we need to complete step 3, which is create the list, which will in turn allow us to create the confirmation email and the opt-in form that we'll put there. Okay, so let's get started on that. Now, here's the demonstration account on Aweber. We'll just click, if you click here, that brings you to the dashboard. Now we want to create a list. There's a couple of ways to do it. An easy way, let's go down the quick menu. That might be one way to do it. Let's see if there's some place here. Create a new list. So that's one way to do it. You can just click there, or you can just go to your list of lists and go down here and click create a new list. That's the way I've always done it, so that's why I do it. Okay, company name we already know is Jimmy Joe's Marketing. Okay, I got to slow down. Company. You can put your Facebook or website here. You don't need to. Choose the proper address for your billing, etc. The list name, we're just going to call this anti-anxiety book. And the description, you put whatever makes sense to you, okay? Choose the name. So this is where the email is going to come from. Now, this is, let's see what other choices. You could add another name, another email address. Now, this is a demo site, so I'm using Gmail. You want to use your business email address. For instance, jim@jimmyjoesmarketingcompany.com, that type of thing. You don't want to use Gmail necessarily. It may not be delivered. To fix this, what it will do, now if you want to stick with the Gmail, you can read this right here. It will be changed to jimmyjoe.southbeach equals Gmail. at sender Aweber, but the replies will be sent to the proper. So if someone gets an email blast from you, if they reply, it will go to the proper email address. And you can click here to learn more about those changes. I'm going to say it's from Jimmy Joe. I can leave it at it's from Jimmy Joe. Or I could put Jimmy Joe's marketing company. I'm just going to say it's from Jimmy Joe. There's the address. Like I said, you want to have a business address, not a Gmail, preferably. Okay, let's click next. We're going to go with English, subject line, and let's go with response required. That's the one we saw in a demo. I'm going to click the white space. If you want to come up with your own subject line, you do have to click here and you've got to have it approved by Aweber. They're pretty quick on it, but obviously this is instantaneous and this is good enough for me. The message, this is the message that people will receive where you ask them to confirm their email address. So when you click over here, this is where you edit it. Please click the button below to confirm that you'd like to receive email from, Jimmy Joe's marketing company and receive the right? And wouldn't worry about personalizing that right now. Confirm my subscription. You have a couple of choices. This is the blue button. And thank you. And you can put your name, Jimmy Joe CEO, and the company name, Jimmy Company. All right. And if you want to get a preview of what that confirmation email is going to look like, you would click here. And that's what it's going to look like. Okay. That's what they're going to receive in step 3. Create the list. Bing, da bang, da boom. The list has been created. However, the next step, I'm going to have to consider a $20 tip because it's not really intuitive. And that is you need to go to list options and go to list settings. Okay, basic settings. We're going to go through all 3 of these sections. The list name is there. The description is there. It's from Jimmy Joe, blah, blah, blah. There's the Gmail. I don't recommend Gmail, obviously. This would be your street address and notifications. So let's go with so every time someone signs up to my email list, I want to get notified, and it's going to say new subscriber in the email right there in the return address or the subject line. And you can send it to the email associated with this Aweber account or just something completely different. Let me go with a different one. Okay, click add. So I'm going to be notified here every time someone subscribes. I'm going to be notified at this email address. It doesn't need to be the same as this email address. Well, I guess it is. In this case, it happens to be, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about. You can have it sent to more than one email address as well. jjmt.junobeach@gmail.com. Add. Okay, so you can have it sent to 2 different emails or more. It doesn't need to be the same one associated with the account. Okay, so we're up here, basic settings. Let's save all the settings. All right. Now we have to go to personalize your list. We've got the company name. You can add a website email address, a URL, a website address. You can add the email signature or not. You can add, you don't need to. You can browse here to add a logo. You can add a logo or design something that you want to add in. You can easily skip all that, especially if you're just trying to get started. I never use this stuff. Like I said, this is a crash course. I'm trying to get you up and running as soon as possible. This is all complicated enough without trying to explain every little thing in detail that you may or may not ever use. So just skip over social media sharing. Leave all these settings the way they are. Global snippets, once again, you don't need to go anywhere near that in order to get up and running and out the door. You may never touch that stuff. It's just not that important. Okay, confirmation. Once again, we already went over this. English. This is the choice that we made. Was response required? That's the one I like. This is what the message is going to say. Okay, send a confirmation for Aweber sign up form. So if someone goes to the form and signs up, they're going to get this confirmation email, the one we're looking at right here. If I'm importing subscribers from another list, I don't need to send a confirmation email. And send a confirmation email for subscribers added via API, Application Programming Interface. Example, you're in JVZoo, you're selling a product. Every time someone buys your product, they automatically get added to your list via the API which integrates with JVZoo. In that case, you'll send out a confirmation for subscribers, or you may decide that you don't need to because they've already bought a product and they assume or they know they're going to be getting on an email list. That's up to you. Confirmation success page. This is the download page. We already created this earlier. This is the page where they get the free report or the free book. So we just need to go up here and find it. I think it's here. Confirmation success, anti-anxiety book, right? But we need to get obviously the whole page. So I'm going to go there. Control C to copy, Command C on a Mac. Go back to Aweber. Click Control Victor to paste. You don't need to personalize it. Save all settings. Okay, and so we've saved all the settings for basic settings, personal settings, personalize your settings, confirmation. All right, so now all we need to do is create that opt-in form, put it onto the page in step 1, and then we are done. Okay, so let's go to pages and forms. Let's go to, went there automatically. I'm going to click on sign up forms, create a sign up form for my website. I'm going to go with popular, and let's go with, I think maybe we'll just go with this one. And we'll choose a different color combo. They got very bright colors. They used to have the dark blue before. Let's just go with this one for now. Okay, good enough. Just load the template, not a big deal. In the header, just click on the header area, type in get your free report. I'm going to center that. I'm going to highlight it. You can change font family. We'll change it to Trebuchet. We'll make the font size maybe 16. Let's make it 18. And we'll change the color to white. And you just do whatever works for you. I'm just showing you. If you have more than one line of text, this shows you how to do the single and double spacing. Okay, save the field. Next, under name, you just click here. And if you want the full name, you can just leave it as it is. You can type in full name, or you can just type in first name, and it will still work. If you want to have the first and last name, it gives you 2 fields, a first name and a last name, but the more fields people have to fill out, the more work it is, the less likely they are to complete the form. So I'm going to go back up to full name, and we're leaving it a first name there. The sign up, you can change the text. So let's just save this field first. Click sign up. Now, right now, that's a graphic image, and it says I'm using an image. I'm going to switch to HTML button. So let's just say, I'm going to put book. You can put whatever you want. And that's it. Let's just save that field right there. And you can see you can